What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis live on Announcer Playground on YouTube. You knew I had to come back with another one. This time is on the Houston Rockets beating the Atlanta Hawks. This game looked like it was going to be a blowout. This game looked like it was going to be over. This game looked like the Rockets was going to have no challenge at all from the Hawks. And then that fourth quarter came and the Hawks just started making shots and making plays, and they got all the way back in it. It looked like they was going to have a chance to steal it or at least go into overtime. But Freddie Van Fleet, the veteran, knows how to close out games and win them. He has done it so many times for the Rockets since he's been a Rocket. Let's just go ahead and give him his credit with that. And it was just a fun thing to see. It was scary for them, but they understood what they had to do and had to get it done. Houston wins this series because they already up 2-0. Even if the Hawks win the next one, it will be a 2-1 victory for the Houston Rockets. They had one game that was postponed, so they still got to make that one up. Other than that, the Rockets do look like the better team. They're both young, fun, athletic, mobile teams that can do a lot of different things, especially when both teams are healthy. And tonight was a good example of that, especially in that fourth quarter. And then I would say that really showed how special the Hawks can be sometimes when their engine is really running the way that it should. But Houston, they go to 47-26, 27-11 at home. They're trying to chase that 50-win season, and they only 3 games away from achieving that. They have a lot of games left to get that goal done. The Atlanta Hawks go to 35-37, 16-20 on the road. They didn't really want to lose this game. But it happens, man. The Hawks are going to be stuck in that play-in tournament at this point by the looks of it, and they just have to accept it and be prepared for a challenge of keeping their spot and having the Celtics in the first round, which is really brutal. That's a matchup I wouldn't want to have, honestly, if I was the Hawks. But it's going to be tough for everybody. Eventually, if you advance, it's going to be tougher. It's just going to be tough for them in the first round to get any further. I know they would love to have Jalen Johnson back for that matchup, but he ain't going to be available. And they just got to continue to play without him and do the best they can, which they have done in this season. And they still have made a good season of themselves. But like I said, the problem with the Hawks is what can you do with Trae Young? This is his cap. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, ain't made it back. And the roster is going to always look like this because this is the type of team you need to use to build around Trae Young to be successful with them, which they have done. It just hasn't came close to being a championship team, which is something that I think won't change. And it's not because he's a bad player, just this is not a championship winning philosophy, honestly. But the Rockets 30-23 in the first quarter. They outscored the Hawks again 35-25 in the second quarter, and the lead was just ridiculous at that point because they added on to it in the third quarter 29-26. And then the Hawks went on that 40-27 run to give themselves a chance to win the game when it mattered the most, which is the fourth quarter. But they fell short as the lead was insurmountable for them, and they fell to it at the end of the day. They would like to have this one back because they started off not being able to stop the Rockets throughout the entire first half and into the second half. And they just couldn't get themselves where they needed to be. They had to literally try to find a way to get stops and outscore them at the same time. And it just was too late. Too much time on the clock at first. Then they didn't have enough left to be able to win it. Onyeka Okongwu, 6 of 14 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 38 minutes played. He did get 14 points and 15 rebounds. 5 of them was offensive with 3 assists, 1 turnover. He did have 4 personal fouls. That's probably the worst part of his game tonight because he was just that good. He was a +4 and +- though with 14 points. I like what he did, the double-double. Really was able to give them the advantages that they needed to stay in this game and compete when they could. But he's been one of their best players ever since he became a starter. They believed in him when they picked him up, and he has really shown that it was a good idea to do it. Zachary Richardson, the rookie, 24 minutes for him. He was 8 of 16 from the field. He did go 0 of 6 from 3 and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 4 rebounds, 1 was offensive, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, a +6 and +. This was a good game by him, just using that athleticism to his full capabilities, and it came through for him. He understands what he can and can't do. That's my favorite part about him. Muhammad Gay played 9 minutes. He was 0 of 3 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 1 was offensive, 1 assist. 1 turnover, 1 personal foul. He was a -4 and plus minus. And Trae Young leading the league in assists and had another great game doing that with 19 points and 12 assists, a double-double for him. He was 7 of 17 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds, one was offensive with a steal. He did also have 5 turnovers and 2 personal fouls. He was a -18 and plus minus, but he never gave up on this team. He kept making plays, kept making shots to keep them in the game and not letting the game get too out of control like it was going into that second half. And his teammates rallied around him, and they had a good run to try to end the game. And that's all you can really hope for, is being in that position to where you feel like you can win it. Dyson Daniels, 7 of 14 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 19 points, 10 assists for him. Also a double. 3 guys in their starting lineup had double doubles, and they all played over 35 minutes to be able to achieve that. He had 8 rebounds also. 4 of them was offensive, 4 steals. He always doing that. He's really good at anticipation and interceptions. 2 turnovers, 3 personal fouls. He was a +10 and plus minus. I love what I've seen out of Dyson Daniels this entire season, showing that if you work on your game and you become a student of the game, you can become one of the better players, and he has become one of those this year especially. Dominic Barlow, 104 from the field, 0-2 from 3 rebounds. They all was offensive. He had 4 personal fouls. He was a -11 and plus minus with 2 points. George Niang, 4-9 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, 3 personal fouls, -10 and plus minus 12 points. It's just good to see him continually get in double figures and be a big part of what the Hawks are doing. That's why they wanted him, and he's been showing you that he can deliver. The other player that they got was Caris LeVert. He took 9 shots also, but he only made 2 of them, and one of them was a 3. He was 1 of 5 from 3. Didn't take any free throws, but he had a 1 offense rebound and a steal. It was a -7 and plus minus finish with 5 points. And then Terrence Mann had a big game for them off the bench. He was 7 of 12 from the field shot, the most shots off the bench tonight. He was 2 of 5 from 3, no free throws for him, for a rebound, 2 was offensive, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 4 personal fouls, a -7 and plus minus. He finished with 16, and it was much needed for them. They needed somebody that can get buckets and create shots and just go out there and finish the easy opportunities, and he was able to do that. And him and George Niang was able to do that off the bench. Garrison Matthews played 6 minutes. He was 0-3 from the field. It was all threes, 1 assist, 2 personal fouls, a -4 and plus minus. And Krejci was 1 of 2 from the field. There was a 3, but he missed the other one. He was 2 of 3 from the free throw line, so he finished with 5. 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 block, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, and a +6 and plus minus. Jalen Johnson, like I said, he's the only guy that didn't play. He's injured, so he'll be out for the rest of the season. 43 of 103, that's a lot of possessions. 41% from the field, 15 of 49, 30% from 3, and 13 of 15, 86% from the free throw line. 18 offensive rebounds, 42 total, 32 assists, 8 steals, 1 block, 14 turnovers, and 26 personal fouls. And then the team that got the win, the Houston Rockets, they needed it. Like I said, it will be a good bragging right to be this young and be able to win 50 games and possibly be the number 2 seed in your second season with Ime Udoka, really changing what they're about, what they're trying to do, and helping them get better each and every night to become a team that can actually be a winning team, which he proved this year that they can be. And it's a beautiful thing to see, especially if you're a Rockets fan or you live in Texas or you just love living in Houston, and celebrating that the fact that they ain't that far from being better. And they just 1 or 2 pieces away from being a championship team, and they still have a lot of room for improvement. Tari Eason proves that. He was 3 of 10 from the field, 0 of 3 from the 3-point line, but he was 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He still got double figures with 10 points, and he did have 14 rebounds. 5 of them was offensive, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls. He was a -8 and plus minus. Dylan Brooks, 3 of 9 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3. It was 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, a -2 and plus minus. He also had 10. These guys, you just expect them to fill in their role, and Tyrese didn't have it going offensively, but he did have the rebounds that helped this team in the area that was needed, and he needed to make some threes, and he was able to do that and play some defense and create opportunities for himself and his teammates, and that's what he was able to do. Alperen Sengun, 8 of 19 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 18 points, 9 rebounds, 2 was offensive, 5 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 turnover, a -5 and plus minus. A great game from him. He usually has good to great games, and this was just another one that he can put in his catalog of just understanding how to play his game, understanding where to be on the court, and just understanding how you want to score. I think he still needs to work on his touch. He still needs to work on his patience, and he still needs to work on his strength to be a better player and a more efficient player and just more dominant. I feel like he's a good player. He's a great player, but he's not a dominant player that you can just throw the ball to and he'll just take over the game and carry you to the victory. Maybe he don't have that in him, and maybe this is where he is going to be as a player, but they are going to have a player like that. And a lot of people say, well, we got Jalen Green. He was 14 and 24 from the field, but he was 1 and 7 from 3. And that's what I said. They have improvements that they have to make if they want to have a long, consistent run to be able to win a championship. It's too many of their guys are hit or miss each and every game. Then Fleet is bad, and then Jalen Green is bad, and then after Shukun ain't dominant enough, and Dylan Brooks can't do much outside of making threes and transition. And Tari Eason, he can make shots, but sometimes you don't have to go in from long range. And those are the things that they cover up a little bit, but they don't do it enough to beat the best teams in the league to be able to win a title. And we're going to see how they continue to put this team together in the future. 3 of 5 from the free throw line. He did have 11 rebounds and 32 points, 4 assists, 2 steals. He did have 5 turnovers and 1 personal foul and a +4 and plus minus. Just a great game for him getting to the basket and just being unstoppable. Doing it tonight versus this particular team. It worked, so just use it as much as you can. And he was able to hit some jump shots too. He's a tough cover because he's just so speedy and so strong, and he can get that first step. And once he gets that, he's gone. And if you touch him, you can't touch people in the NBA as much as you used to. He didn't really get a ton of free throws tonight, but other guys did. And that's one thing I liked about Fred VanVleet. 8 of 8 from the free throw line. If you're not going to knock down the 3, which he did tonight, 3 of 8, you'll take that for him. That really just helps him show that he's important to what they're trying to do. And a lot of people say, well, where do you go after Fred VanVleet? Like, do we want to bring Fred VanVleet back, or do we want to go in a different direction? I think that's a tough decision, but they're going to eventually have to try to figure that out because he has showed that he is a guy that they need. This is the type of player that they need at the point guard position or better. He was 5 of 14 from the field. He did have 4 rebounds, 1 was offensive with 3 assists. He did have 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls, and a +13 and plus minus with 21 points. Jabari Smith Jr., 5 of 12 from the field, 3 of 9 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 1 was offensive, 1 assist, 2 steals, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, +4 and plus minus, 17 points. He's been really good, especially because they didn't have no Amen Thompson because he was injured. Somebody was going to have to solidify that bench because somebody had to get into the starting lineup because he wasn't going to play at all. And Jabari Smith Jr., he's showing you that he can shoot that basketball and he can handle it a little bit and score, in different variety of ways, which he's still working on to get better at. So I like that. 5 of 12 from the field, 3 of 9 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 1 was offensive, 1 assist, 2 steals, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul. He was a +4 and plus minus. Steven Adams was just steady. He's going to be steady as he always has been. 2 of 2 from the field in 25 minutes. He was 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He got 7 rebounds, 4 was offensive with an assist, a turnover, and 2 personal fouls. He's a +19 and plus minus. And Aaron Holiday, 2 of 3 from the field. It was all threes, 1 rebound. It was 1 was offensive, 1 assist, 1 block, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul. He was a +10 and plus minus, 6 points because of the rebound and the defense and the scoring from Jabari Smith Jr. Just a great performance from their bench. That's all you can really ask them for in the minutes that they played. And the other guys did not play because they was injured or the coach said, not tonight. 42 of 93, 45% from the field as a team, 11 of 39 to 28% from 3, 26 of 29, 89% from the free throw line, 14 offensive, 51 total, 17 assists, 8 steals, 2 blocks, 13 turnovers, and 12 personal fouls. Is all over now. And the Rockets can say, man, the Hawks gave us a run for our money, but we ended up getting it done anyway, as we should, because we are the better team. We do play better. We are harder to guard. We are harder to stop when we're playing at our full abilities. And I want to see them enjoy winning this game, but see that they have so much more to do and so much more to get from themselves as they have been a fun, entertaining team and really good this entire season. They have been very impressive, even when they're going back to back, even when they're going against some of the better teams, even when they have to beat the bad teams. They just been doing it on the fly and just being smarter and working hard as they can to be the best players they can, be the best teammates they can for each other. And I love seeing that from this team, and that's why I continue to watch them because they just give me something different from any other team in the NBA. The Rockets are special. And the Hawks, they fighters, man. They're going to continue to fight. They're going to keep playing. They're going to keep trying. They're going to go out there and compete. And I mean, I do miss Jalen Johnson, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, that's one of my favorite players this year. I thought he was gonna play at an all-star level. He ended up doing it, and he just couldn't get that all-star selection because he missed too many games because the injury ended up getting worse. But it happens. Give you something to look forward to next year with this team and with this roster, and it gives you a glimpse of what they can do because other guys have to play more and step up more, and it help make them better, help them evolve as players, and that just makes it more exciting of a future for the Hawks to a certain extent because they need to make a big move to really become a contender in the Eastern Conference, or unless they're just going to be another team. But we still need a 5, a 6, a 7, and an 8. And as long as they're in that range, I guess the organization, we made the playoffs. Team is exciting and fun to watch. The fans want to continue to support them. Trae Young is a legit star. Maybe we just roll us out to you in his 30s or early 30s and then go in a different direction when we find out there's no way for us to win with this team at all. Until then, try to figure it out, try to restructure it as much as you can to get the best team and squeeze that lemon as much as you can and just continue to grind out with them. That's all you can do when you got a player like Trae Young that's going out there competing and show you they still love playing for the city, the state, and representing for them, and still going out there and doing the best he can to lead them to victory, which he has been able to do for the most part. But like I said, the East, you can't go below 500 and make it to the playoffs and make a run because we've seen the Heat do it. So, that's the inspiration they got to have. Like, this is what we got. This is what we have. We got to make the best out of it. Comment, like, subscribe, share it, the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel, do conversation videos just like this and different various NBA only topics. I'll do breakdowns with real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and also future stars. Not only that, I do mock drafts and draft coverage too. You love that type of content. I got over 3,000 videos already on my channel that y'all can watch and enjoy and possibly become a fan or a subscriber. And then I also got my social medias on my channel if you want to check those out. I also got my email on my channel if you want to check those out. Not only that, thank y'all for continuing to check out the content. Thank y'all for continuing to appreciate it for what it is and enjoy it because this is what I make it for. I'm a content creator, and the best thing, especially when you're independent one doing all the work behind the scenes and all the work in general, is make content that people possibly want to see. You don't really know until you put it out there. And now I know that I'm making the content that you guys love and enjoy. And that's what made me happy to make videos throughout the day, throughout the year, throughout the months that I've been doing it for 10 plus years. So let's continue to try to make 2025 better than 2015. That's my only goal for the channel this year. And it should be a fun one, an exciting one. And I'm looking forward to it. And this year going to continue to go on. And if I'm living, we'll continue to give y'all the best analysis in the world, which is only on Analysis Playground. Other than that, I'm going for now. Y'all peace up. Y'all stay blessed and peace out.